Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to understand a very important topic in networking and cybersecurity, that is endpoints. When we talk about network, we usually think about switches, router, firewall and server. But there is another very important component, the device used by people every day. For example, your laptop, desktop, computers, mobile phone, printer or even a- any IoT device can be an endpoint. Think of your network as a building. The firewall is like the main security gate, but every laptop, mobile phone, and computer inside the building is another possible entry point for the attacker. That is the reason endpoint security is extremely important. In this video, we will understand what endpoints are, why they are vulnerable, and how endpoint security helps protect the entire network. Right? So we will understand the complete details about the endpoint and we'll go through the slide. So what is an endpoint and where it is used? So an endpoint is simply a device that connects to a network and communicates with another device or system. For example, an employee laptop is an endpoint, a desktop computer is an endpoint, a smartphone, tablet, printer, server, or even an IoT device can also be an endpoint. Let's take a simple example. Suppose a company has 500 employees. Each employee has a laptop. That means the company already has 500 endpoints. Now imagine that one employee receives a phishing email and clicks on a malicious link. Malware gets installed on that laptop. The moment he clicks the link, malware gets installed on that laptop. The attacker may now try to use that compromised laptop to move further into the company network. So what the attacker will do is, once you click the link, that is the malicious link, malware will get installed on the particular laptop. And once the malware is installed, the attacker will enter into that particular laptop and they will compromise with the company network. So there will be a security breach. This is why every endpoint must be properly protected. The endpoint is not just a device. It can become the first point of attack against the entire network. So whenever somebody wants to attack, the endpoints will be the first point of attack. So now we'll see in this slide, why are endpoints a cyber security risk? Why is endpoint a cyber security risk? So now let us understand why endpoints can become a cybersecurity risk. The first common threat is phishing and malware. For example, an employee may receive an email saying your bank account is blocked. Click here immediately. If the employee clicks on the malicious link, malware gets installed on the computer. The second risk is weak password. If someone uses the simple password such as 1234556 or the same password everywhere, attackers may easily compromise the account. The third risk is unpatched software. Imagine that your operating system has a known security vulnerability, but you have not installed the latest security update. An attacker may exploit that weakness. Another risk is lost or stolen laptop. If the laptop contains confidential company data and is not properly encrypted and protected, then sensitive information may be exposed in the public network. So remember this important point. Remember the important point is an attacker does not always attack the main server directly. Sometimes the easiest way into the network is through a poorly protected endpoints. So attacker directly they cannot enter. So if your endpoint is not properly installed, the attacker will go through that particular system. So in this slide we'll see how endpoint security protect your network. Now let us see how endpoint security helps protect the network. There are four important steps direct uh, and there are four different steps. So first one is detect, protect, control and respond. The first one is there are four important steps: detect, protect, control and respond. First is detect. Endpoint security continuously monitors the device and looks for suspicious activity. For example, if an application suddenly starts encrypting thousands of files, the security system may identify this as ransomware activity. Second is protect. This includes antivirus, endpoint detection and response, firewall, security policy, and regular software updates. The third is control. The organization can control which application can run, which USB device can be used, which USB can be used, sorry, it's not device, which USB can be used, and who can access sensitive resources. For example, a company may block unknown USB drive to prevent malware from entering the network. Finally, we have respond. If a laptop becomes infected, the security team can immediately isolate it from the network. This is extremely important. Instead of allowing the infection to spread to 100 computers, the infected device can be disconnected quickly. So endpoint security is not only about detecting threats, it is also about taking quick action before the problem becomes a major security incident. So I'll repeat this. Endpoint is not only about detecting threats, it is also about taking quick action before the problem becomes a major security incident. The next slide is about the endpoint security mindset. Every connected device is a part of your security strategy. So the first requirement is visibility. You should know exactly which devices are connected to your network. The second requirement is protection. Device must have updated operating system, strong password, antivirus or EDR protection, encrypted and proper security policy. The third requirement is quick response. If one computer is compromised, the security team must be able to identify it and isolate it quickly. Let's take one final example. Imagine your network is a city. Your firewall is the main entrance gate, but inside the city there are thousands of houses and offices. If one house is left unlocked, an attacker may enter through that house. Similarly, if one endpoint is poorly protected, it may become the entry point for an attacker against the entire organization because he will enter through that particular system. So remember, every endpoint is potential entry point, but with proper endpoint security, every endpoint can become a strong layer of defense. If you found this video useful, please like it, subscribe it, and thank you very much for your time.